Behind me, I have two identical campers. Mine's right there, and Reggie's is right there. We bought them about the same time. They're identical setups. I'm gonna go show you what we did to modify each of ours to make it a little bit different from each other. My name is Randy. Watch Go Midwest Fishing. All right, these both are pretty old models, 1970s or 80s, something like that. For starters, let's look at the outside. I added on this retractable step, which is really nice. It just folds right up, and I can take it off and throw it right in the camper and pull it out. It'll adjust for any size height of the camper. Reggie here, he just uses the old little plastic step stool. Jumps right into his truck. His is usually a little higher up because it's on his truck normally. Alright, checking around the side. One thing I did to modify mine, it just had a small little outlet, kind of like this one here, for the drain. So I put a bigger tube, so it shoots right down into a bucket, so all the stuff from my sink goes right into there. I also added a couple of fans for the refrigerator inside. I'll show you why when we go inside. And I also hooked up the stable lift, which that's the main difference here. I have an electric lift system that holds it straight while it's on the ground, makes it nice and solid. You can't really move it. Go take a look at Reggie's here. He still has the manual hand cranks. So that's what he's got. He leaves it on the truck mostly, so it's pretty decent like that. But if you take it off the truck, it gets a little wobbly, and you probably wouldn't want to sleep in it that way. If you want to see more about the stable lift system I have in mine, I have another video out. You can check that out right after this. I don't know if you can see way up there. I have a homemade kayak rack I put up there, just made out of pipes. It's probably hard to see from this distance here. Let's see. Right there, you can kind of see that pipe up there. I have a couple kayaks I usually carry along when I've not got the big boat along. Alright, let's check out the outside of Reggie's. Anything else you did to the outside here? Oh, we painted it. So
yeah, it was kind of a, well, you can see what it was.
It's quite a few years ago we painted these, so used to be more of a yellow color.
I painted it a blue stripe to match my blue truck at the time. But other than that,
He had a
here,
blue and silver Chevy, now he's got a black one, so
it's just been painted pretty much.
So speaking of paint, mine used to be white with a bunch of pine trees painted along the side there. And I used to have a beige colored and black boat, so that's why it's that color. But now I have a silver and black, so it doesn't quite match anymore. So Reggie fixed up that hole, see all the lights are and stuff right there. That was all falling apart, so.
Yeah, this, underneath this board, or this part here, was just all rotted out. So I took it all out and replaced it. And the thickness of the board isn't a conventional thickness. It was over an inch. It was just a weird size of plywood. So it's not exactly the way it was before, but it's a lot more sturdier.
Cool. And you
These
got,
are just reflectors.
oh yeah, those ain't actually lights, but reflectors all you need. He did hook up his tail lights here too, didn't you? Do those actually plug in?
Yep. I just put those on because my truck bed's only 5'8", and I thought it would be harder to see the lights. So.
Because his tail lights are kind of tucked behind there, so you can't see it from the side. But technically, these campers don't need the wired lights on them. But he hooked them up anyway. He also has an air conditioner.
Yeah, mine came with air conditioner.
Yep, so somebody cut a hole in the side here before he bought it. And
there's a window there. Like
oh, there was a window, yeah. So I have a window on mine over here. So that's all they did is put that board over there and shove the air conditioner in there. Alright, I think that's the main stuff on the outside. Let's go inside and take a look at mine first. Alright, they both have identical layouts. Here's the the cooktop, it's in pretty bad shape. I need to redo that. This whole camper needs pretty much a redo, but my little fan or hood up here is a little bit different than Reggie's. It's a little bit bigger. Mine came with a little mirror. I kind of like that. So I wired it, well, I guess it was wired for an electric switch to the water pump. Turn it on and it kicks out water. I also have it wired down here. So you just turn this on and it flips on all your lighting. So it's kind of a master switch for all the lights. So when you come in the dark, you just reach around, flip that on. You don't have to go wander in here and find the lights. All right, here is the best feature. These come with a very small fridge. So I took out that fridge and put in this much larger fridge. And that's why I have the fans outside that I showed you earlier, because it pretty much takes up all the space and there's nowhere to vent it. So I have the fans that pull the air out of there. I also installed a car stereo, which blew up because this thing puts out, instead of 12 volts, my little power inverter there puts out like 15 volts. It's a little much, so I have put in some speakers, a little cubby hole there. And I put a speaker in down here, which I no longer have, so oh well, we gotta fix that up. Alright, let's take a look underneath. So I got a couple batteries under here. The big one here is my camper power, which I hooked into the little power inverter there. And then the second battery is hooked to my stable lift system, so I run them separately, so I always have power to take the camper on and off, even if I deplete my other battery. There's my water tank, and I put in a bigger water pump right there. And I don't know if you can see it, but right here I have a battery charger, so I just pull it out and plug it into there when I'm hooked to AC, and it'll charge all my batteries for me. This one's a little more old school. It's got a little battery off or conventional. So if I'm plugged in, I just switch it over to that, and then all my outlets work. Since I only had one 12 volt power here, I wired this into the battery, so I have a few more. And one thing we both did is we added, you can see, like 4 inches of memory foam. I think it's a 3-inch pad with another inch of foam on top of that, so it makes sleeping real nice. Oh, and we both put in some new LED lighting in the tops. So those are the same. Alright, so that's my camper. Now let's go look at Reggie's and see what he did differently. Alright, give me the tour of your camper. Alright, as you can see, pretty much the same layout.
I have the smaller fridge. The one that was in it, the same one you had.
Yeah, so they come with a little bit smaller. You can see he's got a lot more room up here.
Otherwise, the storage is the same. All the drawers, all that's the same. The furnace is in the same spot. I bought a little fridge to plug in for extra since we have power here.
Where's your cooktop?
Cooktop is gone. So I removed it all and just put a nice little
Look at that.
flat.
It's like a vinyl.
Yeah.
Covering.
Yep. So I took the sink out, the stove out. Didn't use it, didn't need it.
You still have your water tank in here?
Water tank.
Just doesn't go anywhere?
Nope. I've never had it hooked up. Otherwise, everything underneath is the same pretty much.
Oh, we didn't talk about your...
I do have a little solar panel that I hook up once in a while. So this goes wired down in through there, comes up through the little spot where all the electrical goes, and then goes outside. Then it goes zigzag just way down to the batteries.
You got some down there too, yeah.
And then I have 2 batteries.
Both those provide just camper power, right?
Yep. And then I have used to have
Oh, little 12 volt plug. plug back there.
Yep, and a 12 volt plug there. I used to have an inverter.
It's actually a good spot to put one. So I've been trying to put another one in. I didn't think of that spot.
So then I also have a little thingy over here on the side.
What's that? Oh, it's just a charging station?
Yeah, it's actually, I bought it. It's supposed to wedge in between your seat and your console.
Your car?
Yeah, on your car. But it works pretty good with my cell phone. It's got a USB and then a cigarette charger.
That's pretty cool. So we both got the memory foam.
We both have memory foam. Both beds flip up.
Oh yeah.
So I don't ever put anything under there because I'd forget about it.
Yeah, I have stuff under mine, but
my roof did get damaged in a storm. There was a little hole, so this stuff started to just come apart. So I pulled it all off and just put a little sheet of vinyl after I flex sealed the top. But that's the only leak I've had.
yeah, they've been pretty dry. I haven't had any issues either.
Other than, I mean, these were all, the screens were all that way when we got them, so
Yeah.
they're good enough.
Cool. There's his vent. His vent's a little smaller for some reason, but works good. Doesn't really need it. He doesn't have a cooktop no more.
Yeah, I got a few of these things left that hold the,
Oh, I don't have any of those.
these are all broke. This one's broke.
Oh yeah, there's his air conditioner back here. Was that an air purifier?
That's
the heater. He's plugged into electric here, so.
But otherwise, everything on this was exactly
What's
like
in here
yours.
is this. How
This
deep is it?
storage.
Oh yeah. So I lost all this storage in mine because my fridge takes up this whole thing right here.
Then you lost some of this too.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I cut that off too, and so I have a little cubby hole right here now.
That's extra. There's actually a hanger in there. You could put clothes in there, but I use it for food.
Ooh.
Otherwise, everything on this thing is the same as yours.
Yep.
All these are the same.
Yep. Those are up the same. And obviously the table under here, both of ours flip up into a
Yeah.
seating table if we want to do that.
This just flips up.
I haven't had my table up in years. Is that the original table?
Yep.
Yeah. Look at that. Now you can eat there. Except we like to throw all our crap down here and then sleep up there.
Yeah, because it's not the easiest to get around.
Yeah, it gets pretty tight back there.
So, I mean, if you don't plan on moving around, it's all right. But otherwise,
Yep. It does the job if you need it. If it's raining out or whatever.
we're never really in our campers but to sleep. So.
Yep. We use them to sleep and store stuff. Alright, well there's Reggie's camper. Alright, I hope you enjoyed our little tour of our two little truck campers. Just old ones that we found on Craigslist. I think I bought mine. What did I buy mine for? Under $1,000 I think. Reggie, what'd you pay for your camper? Do you remember? $1,200 for his. So they're both about $1,000 campers when we bought them. We've had them for, I don't know, 10 years or so. Just kind of played around with them, modified them a little bit, fixed them up. Mine isn't some bad need of repair right now. You can see up there I got it all flex taped up because it's starting to rot and fall apart. So I'll be doing a major overhaul this here hopefully soon. Alright, you can always check out a few more of our videos. I got a couple more camper videos you can watch, or you can go to GoMidwestFishing.com. I got great lake reviews there and super articles about camping and fishing, all that great information. Alright, thanks for watching.